Welcome back, everybody. I wanted to do a little quick video on this real quick. Actually, our boy Dalton Litz is gonna be doing the video for us. I just know that Acorns, this right here, I've actually advocated for this company, for this app since 2018, bro, like 2019. And I'm not saying that I had all the knowledge back then to like keep my investments in the account. But had I done so, I think those numbers would have been accurate. I mean, like, I could have been saving like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Because you think about it, you don't think about how much money you spend, right, throughout the whole year. I mean, hell, some people can't even recall the last week, right? And since when do we check our statements, right? Even though we should, right? It's like anything that we get billed for. We should always check to see where our money is going. And that's where Acorn comes in. Because you don't know sometimes, Acorns has checking accounts, saving accounts, after accounts in case you got extra things you got to do later on in life. But anyways, like, it's a safe space for your money. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a great place for your money. It's like a tree house for your money. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not no finance guru. I'm not no finance expert. I just know that inherently that this is a safe place to keep your bread. It's backed by the FDIC, 250K. You already know how that go. So it's like, up to that, you're safe. Why not do it? I tried to get people in. They didn't want to listen. I tried to invite 3 people. They be doing crazy deals, like invite 5 friends, get 1,000, split that amongst each other. Y'all got 250 a piece in your account. Like, come on, y'all. Be smart. Be smart. People don't want to do things because they're scared. Oh my God, my money. Bro. And then y'all look on TV and want to be those people, but y'all don't do the things those people do. It's like, come on, bro. Be for real with yourself as I start this video. Like, really think about that. I didn't attack you. You attacked yourself. I'm just saying stuff out loud.
Acorns investing, well, is actually worth the hype. And I started documenting my journey about 8 months ago, and the results, well, they're actually pretty shocking. And so I've watched tons of people online talking about
Acorns investing.
And I've always thought it was a solid way to ease yourself into investing, but it seems like most financial influencers have completely abandoned the app. Like that one friend who was super hyped about Dogecoin during the memes, but then quietly deleted their posts after the hype died down. I know who you are. But still, I don't know, Acorns investing for me has always had a special place in my heart. And listen, the fees have crept into downright criminal territory. Unless you know my $1 a month hack. And it seems like some of the best features, they're often overlooked. So today I'm gonna be pulling back the curtain. So we're gonna talk about the workaround to the fees, the hidden features of Acorns, my results after the last 8 months. We're gonna answer the question once and for all, is this app actually building your wealth or just earning enough interest to cover your lunch? Or are you actually losing money altogether? Now, lastly, I'll talk about what's next for me and my Acorns account because I've got some really strong opinions. All right, so for those of you who are new here, well, Acorns investing is an app that automatically invest your spare change, and here's how it works. All right, so for example, bought this iced coffee and a couple things to eat. Came out to around $4.50, so it rounds up to $5, and the rest of that is going to be automatically invested for me.
$4 every day.
That's kind of how it works. It's just like a piggy bank, but instead of jingling coins, you're actually buying ETFs. And it doesn't stop there, because Acorns also offers a couple key features. They have recurring investments where you can set it to invest $5, $10 or more every single week. Acorns Later, which is their version of retirement accounts for long-term savings, and Acorns Early, an account for kids, so parents who want to turn, little Dalton into a future Warren Buffett. Now, there's also Found Money, which is cashback rewards from partner brands that automatically get invested. Now, we'll talk about this more in a second here, but the whole pitch is that you set this up and you can just forget about it. But the question is the convenience actually worth the cost? All right, let's talk about the real story, which is the fees. You see, Acorns has 3 different plans. They've got the personal plan, which is $3 a month access into basic investing features like roundups, recurring investments, and Acorns Later, their retirement accounts. And they've got a family plan for $5 a month that adds Acorns Early on top of that, so you can now open investment accounts for your kids. And lastly, there's a premium plan for $9 a month that includes everything from the other plans, plus financial advice and more advanced tools like individual stock selection. Now, $3 a month, well, it doesn't sound like much, but here's where they get you. If you're investing something like $30 a month, well, Acorns is then skimming 10% off the top in fees. So that's like ordering a pizza and the delivery guy eats a slice before he even hands it over to you. But don't worry, there is a $1 a month solution that most people don't know about, and I'll show you exactly how to get it right now. Now, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this entire video is that you are going to get raked by fees if you're investing small amounts of money and not doing this. This is like the one key thing that actually potentially could make this app worth it. So once you're in the application, if you click on your little guy icon in the top left and you go ahead into settings, you go ahead and click my subscription. And usually you'll be on like that $3 tier here, but you can go ahead and go into cancel subscription. And then it's going to give you the opportunity to stick with Acorns investing for $1 a month moving forward. And that's exactly what I did. So if I scroll up to the top, you can see I am on the assist plan, which is basically all the features of that basic plan. And it's just $1 a month. So instead of getting those $3 fees that are just going to absolutely rake you over, you're only paying $1 a month. And there's ways to offset that fee that I'll talk about here in the future. Now listen, the hidden gem to Acorns investing, the thing that makes it all worth it, is a feature that's often overlooked. Now it's called found money. And here's how it works. You see, Acorns partners with brands like Walmart, Nike, and Airbnb. And when you shop through the app, well, these companies give you cash back that automatically gets invested into your portfolio. Best part is they have a browser extension if you're shopping on your desktop computer, and it will automatically notify you if there are any additional benefits that you can have through shopping at companies that you're on. It's basically free money. It goes straight to work for you. It's like finding a $5 bill in your pocket, except this time the $5 is actually buying shares instead of just buying snacks. So if you're already shopping at these places, I mean, found money is the thing that just makes the app actually worth it. But let's be real, it's not gonna be life-changing. Just think of it as a way to offset the fees or to give your account a little bit of a boost. Now let me get personal with you. I've been using Acorns investing now for over 8 months, and here's exactly what happened. Now, I actually decided I was only gonna be using the roundup features, so it's just been investing my spare change from everyday purchases. So over those 8 months, my account has grown to $186.38. And out of that, $9.57 is profit, which puts me at a 5.41% increase over this period. Now, here's the thing. If I had been investing the standard $3 a month fee, then I actually would have lost money. The fees would have completely wiped out all of my gains. But luckily, because I used that $1 hack that I was talking about, my gains actually ended up covering the fees. And when all said and done, Acorns basically acted like a separate savings account that built up over time without me even noticing it. And I mean, it's nice, but let's be honest, it's not exactly going to make me rich. So now all of this leads us to the question, can you actually build wealth with Acorns? And here's the deal. Yeah, but very, very slowly. If you're only investing spare change, like $50 a month, you're not exactly setting yourself up for financial freedom anyways. But even with a solid 7 to 10% return annually, it's going to take years before you see any meaningful growth. Like, we're talking retirement level patience here and beyond. Now, Acorns works best if you're consistently investing more, like $100 to $200 a month. But if you're just rounding up spare change, it's not moving the needle. And the other thing is, if you're doing that and you're investing more money, you might as well just use a different brokerage that is going to avoid fees altogether, because there's so many different options out there where you could just be getting the best bang for your buck, paying nothing. Now, if I were in your shoes, I would identify if you're actually going to use features like found money, if it's going to be worth it. It's been cool because I've used it as a sort of additional savings account that I didn't realize I was putting money into. So looking at it now, it's $186 that wasn't really stressful for me to save or anything. It was just rounding up those purchases. But hear me out. I'm not ready to give up on Acorns just yet, because I think there is a way that we can make it all worth it and have some solid returns. And it's just going to take me a little bit of experimenting to get there. So as you're watching this, a couple things might come to mind. One, maybe you're not in love with Acorns and you want to experiment with different options. Well, there's a lot of great free alternatives out there. The first one I'd recommend is probably Robinhood Investing if you're just getting started. It's super user-friendly, really app intuitive, and you can just download it on your phone and get started today. Link's going to be in the description for that. I also use Webull Investing, which I think has a little bit more advanced features and is just, fun to just break down more stock information on it. And then lastly, if you want to get a little bit more serious, Fidelity Investment is a great option. Now, there's so many out there. I highly recommend doing some research into it, but those are free alternatives that are going to maximize how much money you're actually investing and earning from it. So here's the game plan. I'm going to be giving Acorns one last shot, one Hail Mary, but this time I'm going all in on found money. I don't think it's worth it if you're using it in the typical way, but I'm going to keep paying $1 a month I'm going to leverage cash back from their partner brands. Every time I shop, I'm going to use Acorns to see how much found money I can rack up. And the goal is to see if the feature can actually make the app worth it from here on out. I'll report back in a few months with the results, so make sure you subscribe for that update.
Tesla is finished. Elon has failed. That
was a great video, kind of just going over a tool that we can use to kind of like manage our money. You know what I'm saying? Spare change, investment. You know, this is future, right? We're future dating our account. So it's like you can't expect it to be tomorrow. You can't expect it to be next month. Not in 3 months, 4 months. As you can see in his testimony, in 8 months he was able to do 186, and that's just off of spare change building up. I mean, that's a lot though if you think about it. Like, if I go spend $4.38, only 62 cents is going into my my Acorns account. So 62 cents divided by 186. That's a lot of purchases, but those are a lot of purchases that y'all make that y'all not seeing, where y'all could be saving a little bit at a time. Like, bro, that's that's 2 quarters. That's rolling around in the bottom of your car right now. That's in between the seats in your couch. You know what I'm saying? That's in one of your miscellaneous drawers in the kitchen. Come on, man. Now just put that away incrementally. Game changer. But like I said, my boy Dalton, he obviously explained it better than I ever could. But yeah, man, looking to check back in with bro in 8 months, in a few months. I might even make a video about me starting the Acorns account and slowly showing y'all that journey as well, and put that on the side on the channel, so we can start an investment, like a playlist for y'all. You feel me? You know, because this is like a family. I'm trying to build like a community. I'm not trying to be nobody cool, nobody special. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, spreading the information more than it already is out there. Anyways, family, to the next one. Peace.